The day my husband told me my struggling parents were not his problem, something inside me broke. I didn't argue. I simply stopped paying one monthly bill he'd never realized existed, and 29 days later, his entire family came crashing down in a way none of them saw coming. My name is Evelyn Carter. And for 8 years I believed I had married a man who understood what partnership meant. I was wrong. Looking back now, I can pinpoint the exact moment my marriage truly ended. It wasn't the day I walked out. It wasn't the day the divorce papers arrived. It wasn't even when I discovered the lies. It was the afternoon my phone rang while I was sitting in my office, reviewing quarterly reports. Dad collapsed. My younger sister Lily whispered through tears. The doctor says he needs surgery soon. Everything around me became strangely quiet. What happened? He kept ignoring the chest pain because he didn't want Mom to worry. They found 3 blocked arteries. I grabbed my purse without thinking. I'm coming, that evening. I sat beside my father in his hospital room, watching the strongest man I'd ever known struggle to smile through the oxygen mask. I'm fine, sweetheart, he said weakly. He wasn't. My father had spent 42 years working construction. His hands were permanently rough. His knees barely worked anymore. He'd sacrificed vacations, hobbies, and even retirement savings so Lily and I could graduate from college without crushing debt. Now, he needed help. For the first time in my life, he couldn't fix everything himself. The surgery itself was covered by insurance. Recovery wasn't special. Medication. In-home physical therapy. Equipment. Follow-up treatments. Expenses piled up faster than anyone expected. Mom tried to hide the bills every time I visited. She'd slide envelopes into kitchen drawers whenever she heard my car pull into the driveway. She forgot I'd inherited my father's habit of noticing everything. One evening, while helping wash dishes, I quietly opened the drawer, over $14,000 past due. I stared at the numbers until they blurred. Mom gently closed the drawer. We'll figure it out. How? She smiled anyway. We always do. That's exactly what terrified me. Because this time, they couldn't. That night, I drove home with one decision already made. I would help them, not because they asked, because they had spent their entire lives helping me when I walked through the front door. My husband Ryan was watching basketball with his feet on the coffee table. You're late. Dad needs months of rehabilitation. He barely looked away from the television. That sucks. I waited. Nothing else. No questions, no concern. Just that. Sucks. I sat beside him. I've been thinking maybe I could help cover some of their recovery costs. Now he muted the television. How much? I don't know yet. They have retirement savings. Most of it disappeared after the surgery. He sighed dramatically. Evelyn, they're my parents. Exactly, I frowned. What does that mean? He looked me straight in the eyes. Your parents genuinely couldn't process what I'd heard. I'm sorry. I'm saying we have our own financial goals. Our goals. The lake house, the investment property, the Europe trip. He started counting on his fingers. We can't become an ATM for your family. They're not asking for luxury. They're asking to survive. They're not asking at all. I corrected quietly. I'm offering, he shrugged. Then don't. The conversation ended there. At least he thought it. The next morning, I transferred $5,000 into my parents' account. I never mentioned it again. Weeks passed. Dad slowly improved, smiled more. Life settled into something almost normal. Until the following month, one Saturday morning, I was balancing our household budget while Ryan showered. His phone buzzed repeatedly on the kitchen island. Normally, I never touched his phone. This time, the screen lit up on its own. Mom, 5 missed calls. Then another text. Honey, the payment still hasn't gone through. Payment? I wasn't trying to invade his privacy. I was simply confused. Then another message appeared. They're threatening to disconnect everything. Disconnect what? Ryan walked into the kitchen, drying his hair. Your mom keeps calling. He grabbed the phone. Quickly, I'll call her later. What payment? He hesitated. Nothing. I stared. Ryan. It's complicated. No. I folded my arms. It's simple. What payment? He rubbed his forehead. My parents need a little help every month. They're between jobs. His parents had been between jobs for nearly 3 years. His father retired early. His mother quit working because she deserved to enjoy life. Neither had serious medical issues. Neither seemed interested in finding additional income, yet every vacation they posted online somehow continued uninterrupted. Looked back at the household spreadsheet open on my laptop. There, hidden among automatic withdrawals. Was an account I hadn't noticed before. Family transfer. $2,700. Ryan looked uncomfortable. My parents need support for how long? A while. I clicked previous months. The payments stretched backward. After month, year after year, nearly 3 months, my stomach tightened. You've been sending them $2,700 every month. Our money. No, he corrected me. Our budget. I kept scrolling. Almost $92,000 gone quietly, without a single conversation. Asking me without telling me. I slowly looked up. I knew you'd overreact. I laughed. Actually laughed. Overreact. Their family. So are mine. Silence. Then I asked the question that changed everything. If your parents deserve our help, he nodded. Why are mine my problem? His expression froze. For the first time, Ryan had no answer. But what happened next would prove he still hadn't learned the difference between love and entitlement.